enormous weight of expectation, you know, that when you're playing Hepburn, you know that the role's going to be scrutinised in a way that perhaps another role wouldn't be. So you just have to do a lot of preparation, you know, and then be brave enough to chuck it all away and just play the scenes.
I think the questions are there to be asked. What drives a person to operate in dangerous circumstances? How strong must their belief system be? And I saw a 60 Minutes interview with her, which I found fascinating. I found her so passionate and so focused.
I always find it an unpredictable festival, which I like. I find the choices of films year to year, you think, oh, that's interesting, I haven't seen that film. It's been a long time since I've made a film in Australia. I've obviously worked there in the theatre since, you know, we've been away, but to go back and to work with these people who I love and respect on with a director who I've always wanted to work with.
And I suppose on an unconscious level, not consciously, there must have been some sort of deeper understanding of what it meant to have a child, and you know, that having to tear yourself away from your work to be with your child, and having to tear yourself away from your child to be with your work. I mean, that's the balance of life with, you know, parents who work.
Yes, I'm quite urban. I don't like to be too far away from the espresso machine.
It's fast and furious. I mean, when I first got here on Saturday night, I flipped through the phone book, which is the directory of what's on, and there's so many films here. It's quite astonishing, and the breadth of films is fantastic from so many different countries.
It's remarkable. He's such a perfectionist, and his knowledge of cinema is just so broad and rich. So he's a remarkable dictionary, but also he's so current, you know, he really is constantly changing the medium.
Every single person I know in some way has felt they've let themselves down. They felt that they've missed an opportunity. And I know a lot of people, and I felt, you know, my early part of my 20s, I felt like things were slipping away from me. And, you know, when you come out of drama school and you don't start working.
It was a lot of fun, but it was hard work, long days. But we managed to entertain each other between takes. The competition was who could make each other laugh harder, you know.
The script first, and the character second, and then Sam, and the director, and Connie, and all those wonderful supporting actors. The totality of that is what drew me to the script.
It's all about getting it right when there's real life heroes. I mean, if you don't, you've done a disservice. And in this movie, we had a mandate to get it right, you know. It's difficult for me to say that I've actually had one, or, you know, because I have a privileged life, you know, but I've certainly been through it with others, and I think whether you have a midlife crisis or not, it's fun to get out on the road and do this kind of thing. I think it's a good idea to get away and have some fun. It's not bad any time, whether you're a kid or whether you're older, it doesn't matter. I would say that it's at least along the 2 Oscar nominations that I've received in my career. It's right up there with that. Always been lucky, and I've been given more than 2 chances. I've been given 100 chances over the last 30 years, and I've indulged in all of them.
It's always so easy with Sam. He's such an effortless guy to be with. You know, he's just salt of the earth, down to earth, comfortable.
Mentally, it was a mind-altering experience because, you know, you realize what these guys have to do to make a living, and that's pretty heavy stuff, you know.
So exciting. I mean, I'm so excited to be having this premiere, and I'm so excited for the movie, and this is just great. You know what? I was so thrilled to be a part of this movie. I've been a fan of Batman, and it was so exciting to be a part of it, and then my excitement only grew with every day on set. It was just thrilling, and you know, to have it finally come out, I'm just so happy. I don't read much of that stuff because it's not my life, you know. I'm concentrating on my life, and I've never been happier. It's wonderful. Yeah, I have been learning about it, and I've really been enjoying it. I've been listening to some congresses, and I've started auditing, and I really enjoy it. It's really helping me out a lot.
Thank you. Okay?
Wonderful. Just wonderful. He's the most amazing man in the whole world. I'm so happy. He is exquisite, and he's an amazing, amazing man. I mean, what more can you say? It's Carl. Just, you know, to keep being happy and spend as much time together as we possibly can. I miss him when he leaves the room, so that's what I plan on doing.
if you practice all day long, every day for a long time, it's not that tough. If you try to make it up as you go along, it's impossible.
Well, I decided I wanted to make a movie about my country and its and the society where I live, and its history and its present and its future. So I hired a screenwriter and produced his movie and directed it.
I'm working on chances to direct. I've been very busy acting, and it's been hard to find the right material. But the point is, I really don't have to direct anything that I'm ambivalent about, 'cause I've got another job.
I wouldn't have done it if it weren't personal. But then again, it's not personal, it's professional. But if it weren't close to my heart, why would I do it? There was something about that story that spoke to me about the way the American government has treated my country over the years. And I was insulted.
Will's very funny. He's very energetic. You know, he works very hard to keep everyone's spirits elevated all day long, every day, and it's a real pleasure, you know, to go to work every day if you're going to go work with Will and Barry Sonnenfeld.
Absolutely, he's one of the major factors. Benny Del Toro is a good pal and a very fine actor, and of course Billy directing, and Paramount's a big plus. I have friends over there that I like, respect, admire, trust.
Yeah, I get to boss everybody around. In fact, I get to boss my daughter around.
Well, I love to work. I'm a workaholic, so bring it on. I love all of it. You know, I enjoy working, and I could keep going.
Yeah, actually they sent one over to pick me up and bring me to the party, and I was really impressed with it. I had no idea. I'd never been in one before, and it was beautiful and luxurious, and I would definitely consider it for my next part.
He's just such a great designer, you know. I feel like his clothes, I don't know, they're so well tailored.
What makes someone hot in Hollywood? Well, there's a lot of beautiful people on the outside, and there's a lot of opportunities here, so there's a lot of famous people. But I think what makes someone hot in Hollywood is someone that doesn't live so much in the ego of it all, someone that knows who they are.
You know, there's ups and downs in life, you know, whether it's your personal life or whatever, we all experience that. Married life's been amazing. I don't know, I feel more stable, and I just, you know, I'm just so happy to be with someone that I trust and someone that's got my back.
You know, it's funny because when it's you and it's happening to you, bad publicity can seem bigger than it really is.
We went to 4 refugee camps. We went around with some of the NGOs there. We went to the Sudan side and saw where the African Union troops, which number about 3,000 to overlook an area roughly the size of Texas.
I mean, this is so much more about ideas of justice and freedom and rights at a time when our country is struggling with what those questions are and what it means. An award at the end of the season, well, who cares? I mean, it's like, let's tell some real stories,
I was invited here this afternoon by Senator Durbin to recount for you my personal experiences in Sudan and Chad so as to put a quote-unquote human face on what has been transpiring in that region for the past 3 to 4 years.
And I love a party, and it's great to have a party celebrating a life like Bishop Tutu, and it's just an inspiration to be around him and to hear his voice and to be in his presence and to realize what he's done for the world.
Adam, I love you to death. I'll brush you up on the Torah a little later.
I'm better one-on-one than with huge crowds of screaming people, but and I think also that the economics of film festivals have become very difficult because depending on how a film does in a festival becomes whether or not a studio stands behind it, which is a very difficult thing. But on the other hand, it's really what gives small films hope, is that if they can catch a buzz at a festival, then the studio will stand behind them, so it's a mixed bag.
Moms praying as they wait for the phone to ring and they hear the voice of their child serving in Iraq. Let him be the one to tell them that this week the call will not be coming. Neither will the letter, ever.
Your marriage and seeing your partner in that intoxicated state of falling in love that is so hurtful.
Oh, who hasn't? Yes. What's life without a few womanizers? Absolutely. But I get to be the womanizer almost the rogue male in this one, so it was fun.